Hello, Arden Kirkland here. We're up to Screencast number 5 about Digital Clothing Suite. Okay, here's where we left off with our panels all ready to go. So now we're ready to switch to Garment View. So we click on the Garment tab. Here's our lady. We can switch in between different views. Right now we have Front View. We can also go to Rear View, and we can also go to Perspective View, which is the one where we can kind of rotate around her body. Okay, but we're going to go into Front View to keep it simple for now. And we're going to place these pieces over her body. So each piece, we can double click on it. And it should appear up here on her body. Let's try again. There it is. Okay, and then once it's there, we can kind of drag it. Everything's being a little slow, but we can kind of drag it into place. We want to make sure that it's placed pretty well on her body. Okay, that's good. Place all of these. Now, when I was making these pieces symmetrical before, you may have said to yourself, in the last screencast I mean, why didn't she make two of each of the back pieces? We're going to switch to rear view now. Well, that's because I can do it here. So here I'm going to place this piece, and then I can go to panel, mirror panel. Okay, that's a little slow, but it's going to make a mirror image panel for me. So that I have both of my side of my back cut out and placed on the body. I'm just going to wait patiently for that to appear. And it's being a little cranky and slow. Let's see, what if we start to place this piece? Aha! Well, it's creating a mirror of that. So we'll say okay. And let's go back and try to get a mirror of this. There we go. Okay. Oh, I think I had to select it and then click on the piece before. Okay, so now I can kind of drag these into position. Actually, we need to get out of this mode now. So we're going to click back on our select tool over here to be able to move it around. And again, you want to have the pieces pretty much lined up and centered on the body, but not overlapping anywhere. Again, my computer's being a little slow in terms of its responses. But there we go. Okay, so we have all of our panels in position. Now we're ready to create seams. So what we're going to do, this is going to be easier if we zoom out a little bit. And we're going to start by doing seams of all the darts. So we're going to say create seam, and we're going to click on each side of the dart that's going to get seamed together, and then enter when we're done. And those little circles there show that those two seams are connected. Okay, I'm going to continue around with my darts, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've seamed all my darts together, and I'm just about ready to put my other seams together, but I'm going to switch to my perspective view here and take a look at how some of these seams are going to come together, because you'll see the back here has a dart, and when I go to seam it up to the front, I need to make a notch to show where that dart is going to fall. And there's some handy tools that help me do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the measure tool, and I'm going to click on this line here. And it's going to show me that that is 5.97 centimeters. So I need to remember that number. And then I'm going to click over here. Actually, first I'm going to click on the X divide seam line icon up here. And I'm going to click on this line. And I need to make a notch that's 5.97 in from this edge. Now right now it's measuring from the other edge, so I'm going to go over here and toggle the offset direction. And you see that that switches it to be going the other direction. Now I can enter in my exact measurement up here, 5.97, and click on OK. And there it's made my notch. Let's switch over and do that on the other side. So again, X divide seam line, toggle to the other direction. 5.97. It's still not putting it in the right direction, so we're gonna, there we go. Now we've toggled it right, and we're gonna click on OK. And a little hard to see it, but yep, our notch is there. Okay, so now we're ready to seam our other pieces together. So I'm going to click back on Create Seam, and this time when I click here and here, it shows that those two parts are going to go together. Okay, I'm going to keep doing that around the body. But we'll end the screencast here because we'll start with it with all the seam lines together for our next screencast. So we'll see you in the next one.